about 4 weeks or so since I posted the last video from what I saw on the channel. I apologize for not being active. I tried posting 2 videos, um, but for whatever reason, the GoPro did not record everything that I videoed. I don't know if it like overheated or what happened, but I recorded a whole takedown, teardown of like a rear axle, of front differential, CV axles, spindles, all kinds of stuff, drive shafts, transfer case, and it like didn't record. I don't know. So it literally recorded like 20 minutes out of maybe like 2 hours worth of me sitting there. So I'm not a very avid GoPro user. Never really done anything besides the live video, which seems to work best. So I may possibly just get like a different tripod or something to hold my phone. And then I also plan on getting a better phone because I'm using like an old Motorola Android, you guys. Don't laugh. But it's old. It's probably 3 or 4 years old. And yeah, Christmas is coming, so hopefully Santa gets me a new phone. But I am in the process of kind of getting this place more organized. I have been busy renting the lift out, so I've had probably 3 or 4 people in here to rent the lift out just within the last month, which may not necessarily be a lot, but it's more than what it usually is. And that's just because I don't have a forerunner on the lift. So the schedule is actually available online for people to book. I did have a friend that had a Kia. We actually left their engine cover here, unfortunately. But we did a timing belt and water pump job on, I believe it was like a Kia Sportage, like a 2.7 liter or something. But yeah, never done one before, so that was really fun. Got them back on the road. I did last have a video of a silver Toyota 4Runner with a sport hood. The sport hood has since sold as of just like yesterday. But I also did pick up another Toyota 4Runner that I've already since parted out. That was a Galactic Gray V6 04 four-wheel drive. So that truck I parted out in actually 3 days. So you guys can actually see the frame here. So this is a V6 four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive frame. It's the same frame for either or. All you have to change is the transmission cross member, which just bolts in right there. So I have the V6 one down there next to the radiator, or next to the AC condenser rather. And then I do have a whole shelf over here of more cross members. So you can kind of see those here. So there's a whole bunch of, like, the ones with the big O hump are the two-wheel drives. Then the flatter ones are the V6, V8, and I have some of those marked up there. I do have one V6 engine cover that needs to be cleaned up, but there's no cracks or anything on there. Both of the mounting holes have nice centers, and then both of those clips are good too. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna just kind of go through, open this back door up. It's a little bit cold here in Phoenix. We get hot and then we get cold, and we're a bunch of wussies when it comes to the cold because it's like a dry cold. All right. So, as you can see, sorry about that, guys. And the interior on the other one was gray, tan. This one is gray, and I don't get a lot of tan interior in, so it was nice to get some tan cloth. And then just before that, I had some tan leather. So I have a bunch of tan interior right now if you guys are looking for those parts. This one, I have someone who's possibly interested in the rear axle. I did just recently have about 3 rear axles in the bay from trucks that I've pulled apart. They're all gone except for this one. Someone wants this one, so this truck may go in the bay, just depending if they actually come through. Been working on the trailer. Trailer was making some noises. So girlfriend's been wanting to go camping. I also got a new, bent this thing up pretty good when we went out camping, hit some rocks. So taking that off, and I got a new one welded on, and got the new axle in. So took apart the other axle, could not get the differential out for the life of me. So just went ahead and slapped in another axle real quick. But this thing tows really nice. This is a friend's that we did if you guys remember, we did frame swap on. So he is still up north working on the mine. He'll be back soon to hopefully get that. It is really cold out there. Holy cow. I got shorts on, so I'm a wuss right now. But yeah, guys, I have just a bunch of stuff I've been working on. As you can see, I'm a one-man show, but I have some more organization. Good old Toyota colors. So this is going to get organized with a lot of the tools, specialty tools for the lift rental, part of my business. I have some more Milwaukee tools coming in. I also have more lighting. So this is all lighting that needs to go up in these ballasts. So everything will be LED. 30 degrees out. Man, I am in from Alaska. Ooh, wow. Yeah, no, it's I'm not sure how cold it is here. Probably like in the 50s or something. Not that cold, but we're used to like 120, y'all. So for us, anything under 60 is cold. And my bones are brittle. So when I get in the cold, I'm just like I go 2 hours north up to the snow, and oh gosh, I will my bones just want to feel like they want to snap. Um, but yeah, guys, I have a couple bumpers that have come in. I have like a little half bumper that came off of someone that had an '06 to '09, and that was cut. I think it was a Victory rear bumper. Don't don't quote me. From India. Oh, very cool, man. Dang, that's cool. There's people from all over. Right on, guys. Thanks for watching. But yeah, if you guys don't know what I do, I only specialize in 2003 to 2009 Toyota 4Runner parts, and then here in the valley, I also offer the lift behind me for rent by the hour, by the day. So it's really cool getting to see. I've had some Audis in here. I've had a Ford supercharged 800 horsepower single cab in here. What else? A couple 4Runners, V8 fourth gen, and then my girlfriend's truck and the Kia. So, but yeah, just always doing some organizing. Let me flip this around; it's a little easier. So I got little area for my jacks, and then I have some power steering racks, bunch of random hoses for air conditioning. Try to have everything as organized as possible here. I got doors for days by the color. Don't have any of the brown, gold, champagne, whatever you want to call it. Drive shafts. I have more. I believe these are the front drive shafts for the V8. I have V6. I also have rear drive shafts. Those usually run about $60 a piece. And then I have tons of steering columns, ignitions. Some of those have keys in them. Just tons of parts. Transmission, I got two 04 V6 transmissions. Another one is over here. I got heat shields, door hinges, body mount bushings, brake calipers, brake lines, axles. You guys name it. I think this one had the key. Yeah, this one does have a key in it. So lots of goodies. I do have the '03 to '05 grill. This does have the grill bracket as well, which mounts in here. So sometimes if you guys are swapping these over, or some people get in an accident, those get really bent up and twisted, rusted. Typically, none of my parts are going to have rust. I want to say about 90% of the time. Every once in a while, I'll get a really good steal on a rusted one, and I'll take it for the interior parts. On the inside, I've kind of changed things up a little bit. I'm not sure what people have seen since the last time, but I used to have like a full-size fridge over here, bunch of tires, stuff like that. Since I have the tire rack over there, tires sell pretty fast over here. I just have these big ones that I usually like store engines on. So I have three like 35-inch tires that I keep engines and transmissions and stuff on. But a lot of the stuff that you see on here is either listed on the eBay store. So on eBay, you can find me AZ 4Runner parts, and the AZ stands for Arizona, although I guess it could stand for A to Z too. Wiper arms, fuel tank straps with the rubbers, no rust. There's a couple caps for the I'm not sure if that's for a limited, or I think this one right here, the red one, I believe is for the SR5 from like the 07, just because that matches mine. Those are the ones that you see on the trailer, basically. There's a couple cowl guards in the back, and then I also have the can't think of the name right now, the radiator shroud. I got one headlight, and I believe it has a broken mount. It does right here. You guys can see that. So there's not too many headlights. I have one tail light for passenger side. These are those tan leather seats. These are $350 for the set. Someone had talked about possibly doing some freight, and having these like shrink wrapped up together on a pallet or something and taped down. But overall, it's got all the buttons on them. The heat works. It's got a little bit of a rip, which could be fixed. But overall, this padding is still pretty nice. Those can be conditioned. I'm sure those would come out looking a lot better. Passenger side, of course, looks a little bit nicer probably. These ones here are a tan cloth. Those ones could definitely use a bit of a wash. They kind of have like some wearing and maybe a few cigarette burns. Looks like there's another one right there. I also have some gray leathers. The leather on these, in my opinion, is a lot nicer, although that's definitely a downer. These covers came off of these. These fit really nice and snug and fitted. And they looked really nice when they were on there. So, I mean, overall, you couldn't really tell it was kind of protecting the seat still. But these come included. These are also $350 for the set with the covers. OEM crossbars. On occasion, people will get those. If you just need the little knobs. If you need hardware, typically have those. The most common one that I sell would be these guys. So these sit on the inside under your headliner up in the roof. And sometimes these little plastic guides will get broken. That kind of helps, I think, keep some of the water up and out, I believe. And then there's also a little clip so you can see. Not sure if it's on here now. You can see on the bottom there's like those little scratch marks. So those scratch marks are for. So there's like some of the little rubber things. Let's see if I can find one in here. There's one. So this is the little like lock clip that basically it slides onto. And what happens sometimes is when people are off-roading, I think these come loose And so whenever someone goes to undo their roof rack to change it to an aftermarket one, if you don't have this clip on there, which you don't really know because it's underneath your headliner, then when you go to pull this out, unless this stays up in there, when you pull your roof rack off, this is going to drop, and then you're going to have a hard time finding it, just depending on where it lands. But that's definitely an issue that I've seen come across, because I do sell just this one bracket, and I always make sure that when people buy this bracket that they get that clip, because if you don't have both of those, this piece is not going to stay in your roof so that you can attach your roof rack. And then of course they come thread locked as well. A really good way to clean the thread locker too, I found a video online where it just talked about basically using gasoline. So gasoline, a little wheel, cleans them right up. Didn't have a wheel at the house when I did mine on my rear diff, but my girlfriend was nice enough to clean them up for me. But I got bolts for steering racks, radiator bushings, seat belts, motor mounts, the front crash bar, lower intake manifolds. I also got some brand new bolts. On occasion when I buy stuff or when people buy stuff and they don't use it all, it usually just ends up getting left here. I also have like a bunch of random gaskets. There's like a bunch of random OEM parts up here. So, bunch of goodies. There's a steering rack, and then those ones, some of those are a bit rusted, some of them not so much, they're just dirty. But those are for the front differential mounting bolts. Some of those I think are even, there's like 2 in there that you can see that are different bolts. Those are for the extended spacers for like the drop kit. So there's one drop kit bracket in there too. But for the goal for the next couple weeks probably, I've been doing a lot of organizing, a lot of moving of parts. So soon I'll have this wall up here, is what I'll be utilizing for space, so that way I can actually get mostly a lot of these fenders. A lot of the fenders, or like the grill, just little stuff. I want people to be able to actually see the parts when you come here. But it's also a rental shop, so I want to have a lot of this stuff off the ground, and kind of stashed away, so that way people have as much space as possible when they're here, so they're comfortable. A lot of these parts, are underneath. These tables are rollable, so they move around very easily. But lots of good tan and gray interior parts, guys. Lots of panels, crash bars. I got some 5th gen crash bars up there too, if you guys are looking for those. Gas tank skids, another fender, just tons of parts, guys. I also have a lot of stuff on the inside here. So I have this whole pile, as well as a pile of interior. I have like A and B pillars, kick panels, all in gray and tan. Those have been a little bit popular, just depending on, sometimes people paint them or they get really scuffed up. I have one carpet and also one headliner. This headliner is tan, and then the one in the back is really nice as well, with no sunroof, and that one is gray. Got some of these back door panels for the lift gate, and the little covers that go in the back for the little panel. I got those kind of stashed away in here. So just lots of organizing to do. Lots of boxes. So trying to get organized, guys. There's a lot of stuff here, and I'm the only one to do it. So I apologize for not being on YouTube a lot. The whole GoPro issue. This is a GoPro 10. I think they're on like GoPro 14 or something. I bought this brand new from a friend. It was like still in the package, never been used. So it's older, but yeah, it's like overheating or something, not working. If you guys have comments on a good like camera to use, like I would love to use like a camera that's just on my computer, and maybe I can just like run a huge wire to the back or something and just set it up and then wear like a mic or something. I don't know. But it's not, I'm not, super technically inclined in that area. I like ripping Toyota 4Runner parts and shipping parts to you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I appreciate everybody watching. I am going to get to work. It's been a wonderful morning. Um, just understanding where everyone is watching from and how cold it is there. I cannot do 30 degrees out. That's just crazy. Um, it's too cold. I couldn't wear shorts that day. But you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to get to it. If you guys need any parts, reach out, az4runnerparts at gmail.com. You guys have a wonderful day.